Good evening. Just jumping on for a very, very quick stream. We have a new signing imminent, and I don't mean Pedro Porro, although he has today become a permanent signing for Tottenham Hotspur. Rather out of the blue, Fabrizio Romano has just tweeted, exclusive, Tottenham have reached a verbal agreement with Manor Solomon. Here we go. Deal in place as medical tests have been scheduled for next week. Solomon has agreed personal terms. He's joining Spurs as a free agent if all goes to plan with Shakhtar and FIFA rules. For me, that is wonderful news. I know that he's been injured, but he made, I think, 19 appearances for Fulham, scored 4 goals. He's a creative midfielder. He looks very impressive. And I am absolutely buzzing. There's also talk today that Tottenham are going in for both Tapsoba and Mickey van der Ven. Both. You are hearing me correct. It actually looks like a rebuild is really happening this time at Tottenham Hotspur. Manor Solomon, it says, this is interesting. It says, sorry, it's all taken me a bit by surprise. It says he's got no particular weaknesses in his game, but his strengths are passing, ball control, and playmaking. Excellent backup for Heung-min Son. I'm just actually quite gobsmacked. Yes, I agree with what Jim says here. I feel like it's Christmas too. So we've got Porro coming as permanent player now, and like I say, this Manor Solomon deal, providing FIFA don't put a stop to it, which I don't think they will. Conveniently, we've got a nice little friendly lined up with Shakhtar Donetsk just to soften the blow. But yeah, it looks like Manor Solomon is on his way to Tottenham Hotspur. And then, oh my goodness, dare I speak and say that next week we could have the announcement of 1, possibly 2 absolute worldies with Edmund Tapsoba and Mickey van der Ven. Such exciting times. Jim says you reported it quicker than Chris Cowling. Oh, there's a first. Mega exciting times. Just wanted to come on and bring you the latest news, which is that I will read it again. Fabrizio Romano tweeted literally minutes ago. Took us all took us all by surprise. When I heard it was a new signing incoming, I thought it was going to be the Pedro Porro thing. But no, it says exclusive. Tottenham have reached verbal agreement with Manor Solomon. Here we go. Deal in place as medical tests have been scheduled for next week. Solomon agreed on personal terms. He's joining Spurs as a free agent if all goes to plan with Shakhtar and FIFA rules. Now, if you don't know who this guy is, please watch his videos. He is very impressive. He's 23 years old. He's 5'7", attacking midfielder. He can also play as a winger. He's in the Israeli national team. He looks very decent indeed. And I know that Shakhtar Donetsk rate him really highly. So if we pulled this off on a free, then that is just amazing. Like I say, he did have some injuries last season, but he has overcome them. And I think, to be fair, we haven't actually seen the best of this guy yet. So, yes, definitely, like I say, Google him, check out his videos. I mean, I can try tomorrow and bring some clips of him, but he's worth checking out. I'm sure a lot of people have already seen him, but yeah, he's an Israeli guy, and I'm just reading. It says on 1st December, he scored the second goal in the return fixture against Real Madrid, helping his team to a 2-0 victory. He celebrated both his first and second braces in back-to-back Ukrainian Premier League matches. Yeah, I mean, he's an exciting prospect. Like I say, he's only 23 years old. He's 24 in a couple of weeks. And nice and quick. So highly rated. And this is a huge coup if this comes off. But please do keep monitoring the situation. Normally, if we get the here we go from see, it's taking me so by surprise I can't speak. Normally, if we get the here we go from Fabrizio Romano, that's a pretty clear indicator that it's going to happen. So fingers crossed. So that will now be Kulu, Vicario, Madison, Porro, and Manor Solomon, 5. And breaking news tonight as well was that Tottenham are going in for both Mickey van der Ven and Edmund Tapsoba. They don't want to settle for one. They're going for both. If we can get, I rate them both so highly, but if we can get Tapsoba, I think I may actually wet myself. I'm just taken aback. Like I said, it really feels like there's a rebuild going on at Spurs. It feels like Ange is saying who he wants, and he's getting what he wants, which is what we've wanted all along. So credit to Levy for getting these deals done. Yeah, I totally agree with what Sam's saying. We need a few big uns. Hi, Chris. Nice to see you in chat. It's like he's had a wake-up call with no European funds coming in. Yep. Do you know what? This is what I said at the end of the season. I was glad we didn't get Europe because it would hurt Levy in the place that he values the most, i.e. his pockets. So I think he's actually learned that he needs to invest in this team. You know, other teams are spending. Obviously, Arsenal are overspending big. Liverpool are strengthening. Chelsea are going to strengthen. So he knows that to compete with these sort of teams, he's got to spend the money. And maybe finally, he's had the light bulb moment and realised, yes, you know, I need to put my hands in my pockets and strengthen this team. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. As I say, if you don't know who Manor Solomon is, please just have a Google and have a look at some of the videos going around because he is impressive. And like I say, I honestly don't think we've seen the best of him yet. But that was all it was, just a very quick stream to bring you the latest breaking news and also keep an eye on the Tapsoba and Van der Ven deals that look promising. And also we're linked strongly with Harvey Barnes. But next for me, I keep saying this, next for me is get those defenders in. You know, that's where we need to strengthen massively. If I was saying if we could get Mickey or Edmund Tapsoba, then I'd be happy. But if we can get both, like I say, I might actually wet myself. Yeah, what's Jim put? Chris, when the fans sang Levy out, you could see he was really hurt. I said then I thought he would turn the corner. And you did, to be fair. You said exactly that. You could see he was hurt. You know, he claims to be a Tottenham he claims to be a Tottenham fan, so to see the fans so against him probably did hurt him. I mean, we all saw the picture of his wife rubbing his leg, and there was a few nasty comments going around, but maybe that's what he needed, someone to say, you know, we're not happy and your job now is untenable unless you do something immediately. And he looks like that's exactly what he's doing. Quick draw, Kate. Breaking news come to me. But yeah, like I say, I was just chilling in front of the telly, wasn't expecting anything to happen. I said to Jim, I'm not doing any more streams until there's some more news, not doing one today. And then all of a sudden this broke. So just thought I'd pop on and share. I've also hit 70 subscribers, which I am so happy about. And I want to thank everyone that's hit the like and subscribe button. My channel's only actually been going for 8 days, so I'm buzzing. And let the good times roll. I think everybody's on a high. Angie's interview yesterday and pre-season starting. The signings coming in nice and early, ready for when the team head to Australia. There's a real feel-good factor about the club that I don't think has been around certainly since Poch well, since Poch, not when he left, but when he was at the pinnacle. It's so nice to see everyone so happy and just have a good vibe around the place. It was only a matter of time, Jim, before he heard what the supporters thought of him. Yeah, do you know what? I think he's known for a while, but I think it was so loud and everyone was so vocal those last few games. He couldn't ignore it. Do you know what I mean? There was nowhere to hide kind of thing. And the camera was zooming in on him. I mean, I felt uncomfortable for him and I was quite, I'm not Levy's biggest fan by any means. But I did kind of feel uncomfortable for him. So, yes, I think those Levy out singers may have just opened his eyes. Jim's part, I really believe this season was the last chance saloon for Levy. Well, yeah, I've been saying for seasons that his job's untenable. I'm not sure how he's still there, apart from the, obviously, family connection with Joe Lewis. But as much as we slag him off, we've got to give him some credit. He didn't drag his heels with the Vicario deal. He saved $5 million on the Kulu deal. He got Madison in. They wanted 60, we paid 40, and he done it quick. Like I say, Porro and Kulu. Yeah, I've said Kulu, but Porro's now signed. And now this guy, Manor Solomon, on a free. I mean, it's just, I am absolutely dumbfounded, really. Yes, exactly. Boom, another one. And I really think next week, hopefully the early part of next week, we'll be announcing at least one defender, possibly two. And who knows, there might be some surprises, like tonight's one just pop up from nowhere when we're all just chilling, and then the fan base goes into a frenzy because Fabrizio Romano has said, here we go. As soon as you hear that, here we go, we go. I ran out the room. I said to Jim, I've got to quickly do a stream. So here I am. Absolutely cream crackered. Had a long day today, but wanted to jump on, share the excitement. I mean, if we can get those centre-backs in, and can you imagine if we get the centre-backs in and we get Kane to sign a contract? I mean, that's not a 10 out of 10 window. That's a 50 out of 10. But Levy is certainly doing the business. So credit where it's due. It's all looking good. If we ship out Perisic and Sanchez and bring in Van de Ven and Tapsoba, I'll be happy. Well, funny you should say that, because Galatasaray want Sanchez, but they've offered €9 million, considering what we paid for him. But Levy has said he wants 15. So there's room for negotiation there. I can see him going for about 12 million. But I think that will get over the line soon. So that's another one out. I mean, it's not so much recouping the money that we spent on him. It's the wages. Just get him off the wage bill. So, yeah, and Perisic, not got any news on that. Hotspur saying, when I heard about Shakhtar game, I thought that was a sweetener for this transfer. Oh, look at you with your crystal ball. You're exactly right. That didn't even cross my mind at the time. It's your devious mind, Sam. But, yeah, you look like you could well be right there. It's getting exciting. I don't know about getting exciting. I am excited. I'm just starting to get into a bit of a frenzy. I'm trying to keep calm and carry on, but this isn't the Tottenham that I'm used to. You know, we're always lastminute.com, and all of a sudden we're signing people in the end of June, beginning of July, and I'm like, what? So, yeah, it's definitely getting exciting. What's Jim said? If we get the centre-backs, great window. It'd be a fantastic window. Kate, are you psychic? I was about to say Sanchez would go for 12 to 13 million. Psychic, possibly. Psychotic, definitely. Yeah, I mean, like I say, it's obviously nice to recoup some of the money that we spent on him, which was like 42 million. But get him off the wage bill. Just get him off. It's like Perisic earning £180,000 a week, which to me is stealing a living. I mean, it's just outrageous. So yes, these players, you know, we need to get them out and just get what we can for them, really. Yeah, this makes me laugh, Sam. They threatened to sue us 10 days later. We had a friendly with them. Yeah, Levy, they must be sitting there thinking we've definitely been levied. I don't know how he does it, but they've been leaving good and proper. Like I say, we slag him off, but at times he is shrewd. So yes, Lenglet 200 grand a week. No way. Well, please God, we don't bring him back. I mean, there's mixed reports. Some are saying that they're keeping him on the back burner as a alternative option. Some are saying the deal's dead. I can't even cope thinking about him coming back. Yeah, no, I don't want. I don't want Lenglet back. I think we're at Barca he's on 200 grand a week. Well, they can blooming well keep him and pay him 200 grand a week. I wouldn't pay him £200 a week if he was my player, but there we go. I'm not going to go off on a tangent. I'm keeping the buzz alive. So yeah, brilliant. Well, it's been a brilliant week and a half for Spurs. I mean, Mad's in the door. Possibly could end up being the signing of the summer. Vicario, I like him. I like the look of him. Just got to practice his catching the ball. Manor Solomon, if it comes off, is just fantastic news. So yeah, it's all looking very positive. But like I say, if you haven't seen him, have a look at Google or YouTube and check out the videos on Solomon. I'm just looking at some of his stats. It says attributes: crossing 72%, dribbling 100%, finishing 77%, ball carrying 95%, box movement 85%, link up play 100%, creativity 94%. Well, that sounds good. He can play as a left winger, left attacking midfielder. Yeah, I mean, he's it's hard to judge. Obviously, he's got good stats. It's just nice to have competition for places. I mean, Sonny, this will be fantastic competition for Sonny. I don't like players getting too comfortable, thinking that they will automatically get in the team. Everybody should have a bit of competition. He's a great age, and the fact that it's a free transfer, obviously, is going to be even better. He's right-footed, he's quick, he's skillful. His stats are very impressive. They say, someone put on Twitter, he has an Eden Hazard dribbling style. Great depth off the bench that will keep Son and Kulu on their toes. 9 out of 10 signing based on price, position needed and quality. That's the thing. That's exactly what I just said. It's having the players knowing that if they don't perform, they will be dropped and this player brought in. So whether he ends up being, excuse me, a squad player or whatever, he will give us some strength and depth, and yeah, make the players sort of think about how they perform and know that if they don't perform, Ange will have no problem in benching them and bringing on somebody else. So yeah, that's just like I say, it took us all by surprise, but I am absolutely delighted. They say he's highly underrated as well. So yeah, that's all the news I've got. Yeah, Perisic may be gone. Sessegnon too. I hope so. I hope they both go. I hope this deal comes off with Galatasaray. I mean, they were originally saying that we were in for Nelson and Zaniolo, and we're offering 2 or 3 players in with that transfer. I don't know whether that will go out the window, particularly if we look like we're setting our sights on Tapsoba and Van der Ven. But it's all very exciting. It's just nice to have things to like look out for, and you never know what's going to happen. It's not the normal boring transfer window. It's all very exciting times. You're right, Kate. The team at the moment have their feet under the table. Yeah, I think they're just too comfortable. They know that they're guaranteed to be picked. So, yes, it is all good news. It's all very good news. But like I say, it was only going to be a quick stream just to bring that latest breaking news to you. I shall probably be on sometime tomorrow, hopefully with more breaking news of new players just that we've signed. just another one. Yes, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications button. I really appreciate it. Jim will tell you how excited I get every time I get a new subscriber. Yeah, doing transfers early. I would like to know who this person is doing these transfers early and what they've done with Daniel Levy. It's so out of character, but he knows maybe it is last chance saloon and he wants to get the fans on side. So anyway, yeah, go on YouTube definitely and have a look at his clips. And if you can, Sam, leave a comment as to what you think. I know it's difficult sometimes to judge a player just by video clips, but yeah, have a look, see what you think, and leave a comment. Wayne, hi. Good evening, Kate, Jim, and everyone in chat. Hope you're all good and well. Yes, I am. Just bought the news that we look like we have another signing coming, and it's not Pedro Porro. Fabrizio Romano reported about 25 minutes ago that we've agreed terms with Manor on a free from Shakhtar Donetsk. So that is brilliant news. It looks like another signing, and that's 5 in the bag. What is it, 2.5 weeks now before they go on their pre-season tour. So we are now also being linked strongly with bringing in both Tapsoba and Van der Ven. So that is when the real excitement will begin. I'll probably bring party poppers to that stream, maybe even a glass of champers. But yeah, it's all good, all change at Tottenham, doing their business nice and early and getting things done. Also, England under 21s are through to the semi-final. Just thought I'd chuck that in there. What's Wayne put here? I may turn up late, but I turn up. Is that Solomon, the fellow we were linked with from the Ukrainian club? Yes, it is. And obviously the transfer, it says, is subject to, how did he word it? We've agreed terms. So he's joining Spurs as a free agent if all goes to plan with Shakhtar and FIFA rules. And it's a little bit of a coincidence that we have that friendly just been scheduled with Shakhtar coming up beginning of August. Yeah, which is quite funny. I'd love both Tapsoba and Van der Ven. While new beginning for our club. What was the under 21 scores? I don't actually know. Let me have a quick look. I don't actually know what it was. I've just seen a pop-up that they got through. They 1-0. Anthony Gordon. They tipped him to score the goal on TalkSport earlier today, so they were right. But yes, 1-0. So we are now through to the semi-final. I agree. I would love Tapsoba and Van der Ven. With Romero, I think Van der Ven will really calm Romero down from what I'm reading about him. Yes, that's the one, Wayne. I said lawsuit incoming, but they threatened to sue us. It's like Sam said, they threatened to sue us, and then all of a sudden we're having a friendly with them. I think Levy might have done a bit of magic there. I think definitely the chairman has been levied. In whatever way he does it, he's done it. But he's one to watch. It's not 100% confirmed, but we've got the here we go, which is always a very positive sign. As I say, if you haven't liked this channel, please do. I will hopefully be back tomorrow with more news. Hopefully this Galatasaray Sanchez deal will go through quickly. We want these players out of our club as soon as possible. We don't want no hangers on. And like I say, oh my goodness, Wayne, I just said exactly that. Who's replaced their chairman and what have they done with him? I just said, I don't know who this is, but what have they done with Daniel Levy? So it's just, honestly, when I first come on here, I was kind of a bit speechless because it just isn't Tottenham. This isn't the Tottenham way. I like this Tottenham. This is the, maybe this is the Ange way. Yeah, exactly that. We want them off the wage bill. recoup as much money as we can, but the main thing is get them off the wage bill and get that influence out of the dressing room. We don't want unhappy players in the dressing room and players that don't care, don't really want to be there. We want a clean slate, start Ange off on the right foot with the players he wants and who we need at the club. So that, I think, is how I will end the stream. Thank you so much to the people that joined. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I hope it's a little bit cheerier now you've heard that news. Oh, don't. I can't cope with deadline signings. The Berbatov signing haunts me to this day. I just cannot cope with deadline signings, but I don't think Ange is the sort who's going to put up with that. And we spoke to a Celtic fan today, Jim and I, and he was devastated. They lost Ange, but he said to us, enjoy the ride because you've got one hell of a manager. That's what he said. He said he looks nice and kind, but he doesn't take any crap. And maybe he's putting his foot down and saying, get this done. I want my team ready for when we go to Australia. Yeah, fingers crossed. But welcome to the Ange era. It has begun with a big fat bang, and long may it continue. Have a lovely rest of your weekend. And as always, come on you Spurs, in Ange we trust.